as I click the record button and say, yo, what up? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Tam Talk. This week, we got a very fun one. As of today of recording, we have dropped some pretty substantial, some pretty crazy news. And so what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about Project K and UVS Games officially working together. A thing that I know that Paul W has wanted and asked for a very long time. It's like his dream IP is to work with the League of Legends folks. So with that, it all starts with my presentation just being ruined instantly. 1 second. Very cool, very cool, very cool. I'm gonna press the refresh button here. I just wish it would work, you know? I just wish the damn thing would work. I click this button. And I click this, and this is gonna bring us to an outside source. It says from here. I'll zoom in just a smidge for all of you at home. It says after some searching, we found the right partner to help us publish and distribute Project K to players around the world. We'll be working with UVS Games, the team behind Universe's CCG, who share our vision in building a great community around Project K. After China, we'll be launching Project K in many English-speaking countries later this year, with additional regional rollouts targeted for 2026. I'm headed to the 2025 Gamma Expo with the UVS team to share Project K with retailers so TCG players can find it in local stores. Look out for chances to play Project K at Riot events later this year. We'll share more updates on Project K in the coming months. And then we've got the Blue Sky thing. This announcement is also over on Twitter and in some other places, I am sure. But this is the thing that we are going to be looking at and talking about. Universe's involvement with the involvement with Riot Games as we talk about it. So here is my personal resume. Here's the reason for any of you Project K heads that are interested in this information. I am a Universes player. I play the main game that UVS Games puts out, and I'm a creator in the space. And so I know about UVS Games. I know about their highs. I know about their lows. I know about all of it. With that said, though, I have never played Project K. And I've only ever downloaded League of Legends 3 times, and I've only queued up 2 games ever. But I have always offered to be a 5th if they need it. I will re-download the game and then get it started. But normally they just run the 4 stack without me. And so I know very little about League of Legends. I know even less about Project K, but I do know about UVS Games. And so from here, we're gonna read the official statement that the Project K people put out, and I think there's some interesting things to be said here. We'll zoom in just a little bit. It says Riot and UVS Games, UVS to bring Project K to global players. Interesting they didn't put the word games after this. We've found our playing partner. We're excited to team up with UVS Games as our official publishing and distribution partner for Project K. UVS brings a great experience in trading card games and global TCG communities, and they'll help us bring Project K to players in many English-speaking countries in 2025, with plans to expand to more global regions in 2026. I mean, this is just the tweet, right? This is just that tweet. We're still refining the final game name, card design, and mechanics in response to your feedback. We're committed to making Project K the best game it can be. UVS Games is the perfect partner to help us do just that. A longtime staple in the TCG space, UVS Games is best known for the Universes collectible card game, which is a link you can click on. One of the longest running TCGs out there, UVS is partners with popular entertainment franchise to translate beloved series into TCGs. We can't wait to show you more of what we've been working on. Keep an eye out for updates throughout the year as we gear up for a global rollout of Project K. So this is the official statement. This is basically everything that we know. We have this, and we've got the tweet, or the posts on Blue Sky, you could say, and this is pretty much everything that we know. And there's been a lot of people very excited about this, and there's been a lot of dread about this. And I am in the camp of boy howdy, I want to see what happens, because there's a lot that you can extrapolate from this and take off into wild tangents, and so that's what I'm gonna do today. Today I'm just gonna look at some wild tangents we could possibly have. And so from here, we get to go to my next slide, and this is at time of recording. I was linked this article from UVS Games. And I did not get a chance to read this before making the presentation. So we're going to be reading this here together. I'm going to move my cam over just a smidge. I'm going to move me over just a smidge. I can go right here, I think. If I do this, what happens? Okay. UVS Games x Riot Games Project K is coming. Hey, you know what? They put themselves first, and they put the games on the thing, which is good for you, UVS Games. Good for you. You know, this is your actual name. It's not just UVS. It's UVS Games. Good for you. It's official. We're excited to share that UVS Games is publishing and the publishing and distribution partner for Project K, the upcoming League of Legends trading card game launching in 2025. With League of Legends, Riot Games reshaped the gaming world, creating one of the most played PC games of all time. Now, one of gaming's most legendary IPs is joining forces with one of the most beloved gaming mediums, trading card games. Get ready to bring your favorite League of Legends champion to the tabletop like never before. Interesting. Now, we know what you must be thinking. What does this mean for UVS? Make no mistake, UVS isn't going anywhere. Our commitment to UVS is as strong as ever. We have an amazing lineup of new sets, characters, and competitive play opportunities ahead. As we embark on this exciting new chapter, we wanted to share some thoughts from the UVS Games team about what this means for us and for you. From Mike Dunlap. Mike's got to meet Mike. Mike's a pretty cool guy. Over the past few years, we've been expanding our ability to reach stores directly, onboard players to the UGN, and grow Universe's play. One of the nice things about this partnership is that with more games comes more opportunities. We will be able to introduce Universes to more stores and players and provide more efficient logistics. What does this have to do with the partnership at all? This sounds like, hey, I think that I'm down to poach Project K people, which is very funny. Bill Stark, director of game design. Growing Universes through game design has been an absolute joy over the past 3 years, and I'm so ecstatic about what's coming up in the next 3 and beyond. TMNT, one of my all-time personal favorite worlds, has been a blast to work on, and I can't wait for players to get to see it. A significant return to fighting games. One of the biggest monsters of all time is making a return, and one of the most fun mechanics we've ever built in a world. I can't reveal it just yet. There are some things I'm excited about delivering to Universes on our fantastic team. This also just said nothing about any of this. Okay, cool. Zoe, VP of Product Creative. Love that. At UVS Games, everything we do is about making the most electrifying, immersive, and fun-fueled experience possible. Getting team up with Riot Games on Project K, that's a dream-level moment. Expect depth, strategy, stunning art, and a huge amount of love for the world and characters fans are obsessed with. But let's be real, Universes isn't slowing down one bit, thank goodness. Hey, look, they actually said the word Riot Game and Project K in the sentence. Isn't this nuts? Isn't it? Thank you, Zoe, for still being the best director of the company. But let's be real. Universe isn't slowing down one bit. We're going hard on what makes it great. More legendary IPs, more mind-blowing mechanics, and even stronger connections with our community. Our creative and production teams are leveling up. Our pipeline is stacked, and we're making sure both Universes and Project K bring next level fun to the tabletop. We're drawing deep, readying powerful new abilities, and momentum is on our side. Hold on. I think we're making a joke about the things that our game does. So I will take it from the top because so as I've said. We're drawing deep, readying powerful new abilities, and momentum is on our side. It was a clean take. Whether you've been with us since the UFS days or just jumping in, 2025 is going to be wild. Stay tuned. Project K is coming. Universes is growing. We have some wonderful new board games in the works. We're just getting started. This is such a good statement. These were bad. Sorry guys. Sorry fellas. Zoe crushed it. So what's next? We're expanding our team and looking for passionate talent to help take tabletop gaming to the next level. If you've got skills and the drive, stay up to date with our open roles and join us in this incredible journey. I've been told this link does not work. We can't wait to share more about Project K in the coming months, and we're beyond grateful to have this community with us every step of the way. But stay tuned, Project K is coming, and it's going to be legendary. Get it? League of Legends. Okay, so this I'll actually go back. This article, this doesn't matter. I will press delete on this, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. This is just talking about UVS. I wanted to talk about the relationship with UVS and Project K because that's the thing that I'm nervous and worried about. When it comes to this just sounds like we're trying to poach the Project K players into playing UVS. This was actually a good piece because it said the words Riot Games and Project K. So hey, claps for Zoe. Claps for Zoe. Thank you for actually writing about what the thing that we're talking about is. So with that, this article is concerning. This article is concerning, and I'm gonna get to this. Sorry, this article is not concerning. My gut reaction to what all of this was is a little concerning. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about, and obviously like I didn't have that last slide, and so we've got slightly more information, which does it, but I want to talk about the timelines and where I could see this announcement going and why this matters. So at the moment, what UVS Games has said is that UVS Games as a whole is a publisher, and they publish universes. It is a little confusing. It used to be that Jasco Games published universes, but they've since changed the company name. It is now UVS Games, which can be confusing. UVS Games and universes are not the same thing. UVS Games is over top of universes. UVS Games makes more than just universes. They also help publish and distribute board games, such as there is a new board game coming out, new asterisks of Star Realms that will be out, and they've partnered up with Star Trek in order to make Star Realms the best that it can be. And so it's a very similar idea of like UVS Games is not going anywhere, but because of the partnering with Paramount, Universes gets access to things like Lower Decks in order to make cool Star Trek stuff. So with that, let's talk about Timeline 1. Timeline 1 is, and probably the best timeline for me personally, is that Project K dies. It's gone. It's dead. It's no longer there. Project K dies, and it is absorbed by universes. And the reason that I say this is we are still refining the final game name, card design, mechanics. In response to your feedback, we are committed to making Project K the best game that it can be. UVS Games is the perfect partner to help us do that. What does UVS Games have to do with card design and mechanics for some other game? What does it have to do with that? Outside of, and I wish that there was some more in the article that, I don't know, maybe the head of the game design could have said, Bill, of being like, hey, we're going to be partnering with Project K, and we're going to be sending over some manpower to like help their game because we've been here before, right? Like what a cool thing. Wait, we're gonna hire more people. We're gonna do this cool thing. I'm sure you can't say that inside your presentation, but like, there's that. And so like them getting absorbed by universes, when I wrote this slide, again, as we come back to my resume, I've never played Project K. I don't know anything about Project K. I don't know how far in development they are, but apparently they're very far in development. But are willing to say things like change game name, card design, mechanics in order to do some stuff. And so I just think it's interesting that the words card design and mechanics are there. It's interesting. It's interesting. Timeline number 2. Timeline number 2 is Project K thrives. It's awesome and incredible. And Universes borrows the IP, whether it be for a Challenger series or some promos, or we get a full-ass set for, like, Arcane, right? Like, Project K is about the video game, and then Universes snags up the Arcane license because, you know, there's a deal that's happened here of part of the reason that Universes maybe is taking on this deal is because that the people at Project K can be like, hey, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, right? And I think that this is where I think I want the space to be of, hey, Universes knows how to do shipping and all of that jazz, and so it is interesting to put this out there into the world, and you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Timeline number 3. Project K thrives, UVS Games just publishes and distributes. This is the one that, like, is probably what's going to happen. This is the one that's, like, this is the front runner if we are betting of, this was just an announcement because corporations and companies have to make announcements. And so, like, Project K needed to say, hey, we're teaming up with this person, and UVS Games is like, I'll take the clout of Riot Games and run with it. And they are completely separate ideas and separate projects, and the two companies never toss or touch or mingle or whatever. And UVS Games just publishes and distributes, and Universes thrives and becomes better and becomes more awesome. But so does Project K. They are two ships sailing together in the night. Timeline 4. This is my least favorite timeline. Project K thrives. UVS Games publishes and distributes, and it is so lucrative for UVS Games to be a publisher and distributor for Project K that they drop Universes because it is a money sink, and they could just make more money doing more things with Project K. This is the worst timeline. This is the worst timeline because obviously the game that I love is gone. But if it makes sense for the business, for UVS Games, the business financially, it could happen. And this is the reason that, like, I woke up and I was like a little afraid, a little shocked, because whatever Project K is going to come out the gate sprinting way harder than Universes, has ever had at their full run. And so this is what scares me the most. And when we come all the way back, I will do a hard cut. When we come all the way back to this, actually it's just here. When we come back to this and we look at Zoe's thing, this does ease my mind, but let's be real. Universe isn't slowing down one bit. This is a good message for me who I was upset and being like, this sucks. This stinks. But with that said, I don't think that if this is going to happen, roll it back to here. I don't think if this is going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen in 2025. I don't think it's going to happen in 2025. I think that it's going to happen in 2026, 2027, that the game dies. Things will start to slow down. We'll realize that Universes is leaking money. Project K is thriving. They're on year 3, and UVS Games goes, why are we bothering with the Universes when we can just make bank with Project K? That is the thing that I am scared of. That's what I'm afraid of. And then timeline 5 is UVS Games somehow opens up the Project K division. There's a whole new department. I guess I could full screen this. They open up a whole new department. They hire 20 plus more people, and both games thrive, and they predator handshake, and they're just like really they're both great for each other, so on and so forth. It's all great, it's all good. This is also another great timeline. I think the only timeline that is genuinely bad for UVS for Universe players is just that they dropped the game. Any other timeline does not necessarily matter, or is just all good. Even if there's like, hey, in order to take on this doing the distribution and publishing for a whole nother game, I hire 20, 30 people. They're in like UVS Games 2, and we'll just like open up a new company and it's called that or whatever. I think that is also like completely acceptable. My final thoughts though is this is not that big of a deal. I don't think that timeline 4 is the most likely timeline to happen, but it is a thing that could happen, and it does have me a little nervous, but it's like 2%. I don't think it's gonna happen, and even if so, timeline 6, they handle Project K OP, and they focus on that to the detriment of UVS OP. That's timeline 4. Is they just drop universes because it's a money sink. If OP and whatever is bad, Calidus, it's all bad. I think that we just have to wait and see. Again, I don't know anything about Project K outside of this information that we have been given. There is a phrase that I use a lot called high tides raise all ships, but I don't know if that is necessarily true inside of the card game space. Project K, the card game, is a direct competitor for UVS game for universes. Whether UVS Games is distributing both or not, it is a competitor. But with that said, the Bandai idea of, hey, if you're a Bandai player, you play One Piece and Dragon Ball and Digimon and could be the angle that UVS Games is shooting for here, of, hey, this is what you want. But at the same time, Bandai opens and closes. Sorry, we get to include Gundam now. Bandai opens and closes a ton of games, and I don't want them to open Project K, realize it is very profitable, Universes is not, and then close Universes. That is the thing that I am nervous about. But with that, I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are. Obviously, we don't have a ton of information, but let me know down in the comments down below. I'm going to be live here on Twitch talking about it for just a little bit longer. And apparently I was given a bunch of cool information in my DMs, and so we're gonna talk about that. With that said, thank you much for watching the video, guys, and as always, I wish you well.